Before we start this video, we just want to say that some of the things in this video doesn't just account for only the Philippines. It's actually spread over the whole of Southeast Asia, and we have noticed it in a lot of other countries too. So anyway, let's get into it.
We're starting off with the good. There are many great and wonderful things about the Philippines, such as the beautiful landscapes. The paradise islands in El Nido and Coron are breathtaking. Crystal blue waters, fine white sand, lagoons and lakes, or the beautiful turquoise waterfalls on Siquijor Island. Getting around the Philippines is super easy as there are many transport options like tuk-tuks, local transport, boats and buses. And lastly, visiting the wildlife in their natural habitat on both land and water. The tarsiers in Bohol Island were so cute, and we were really happy about the regulations put in place for the tourists. And of course the highlight of our trip, diving with the sharks in Malapascua Island. We had the most amazing time on Malapascua Island, and this was the place for sure our favourite island on the Philippines.
Moving on to the bad. Everywhere we visited in the Philippines, we always saw child begging. The children come out at night and move around the restaurants asking tourists for money. The plastic pollution here really shocked us. Before coming here, we thought that it wouldn't be that bad due to the abundance of wildlife, but it really was. While snorkeling on Apo Island, we came across lots of clear plastic bags, easy for a turtle to mistake as a jellyfish.
It is covered in plastic. All the locals' old clothes, plastic bottles, nappies, bits of food packaging, just is everywhere.
It's expensive. Tourists are charged over double the price of a local, and the tours aren't cheap, making it hard to be a budget traveller. Because the Philippines are so beautiful, it of course attracts many tourists. Island hopping becomes not so paradise.
This is the reality of doing island hopping in El Nido.
The large amount of tourists means a huge amount of boats, all dropping their anchor on the coral below. People who are not very strong swimmers stand on the corals with their water shoes, both of these resulting in a devastating amount of dead coral.
The only thing I'd say is the coral is definitely not as alive as it should be, just because of the sheer amount of tourists that come here.
If you're vegan like us, you may find it hard. A lot of the local and street foods are all meat-based, with skewered meats and seafood. There are pure veggie/vegan places designed for us tourists, but this does make it a little more pricey.
So we have come to Taste El Nido, which is the only vegan cafe here in El Nido. We have just ordered the smoothie bowl and the mac and cheese, which are both heavily recommended.
At times, we sometimes felt a little unsafe in the cities, but this wasn't a regular thing. Just be careful. And lastly of the bad, we really felt that the people here were not as friendly as we've experienced through the rest of Southeast Asia. Saying hello to passers-by, we rarely saw a smile, and the locals are always trying to rip tourists off, so be aware of the scams.
And lastly, we really feel like we need to talk to you about the ugly side, the side that we saw anyway. If you visited the Philippines, you may have noticed the crazy amount of cockerels. This is because they are only bred for one purpose: to fight. We saw cockfighting on different islands, but we were unable to get the footage as that would have been unsafe to do so. The animal welfare in the Philippines is not high, even though there are good laws in place. There is still a huge amount of abuse and neglect. There are only a few organisations who are trying to do their best to prevent abuse and also sterilise and vaccinate, but funding is very limited and the cost is a lot higher here for veterinary care. The little respect for marine life. Now this really saddens us, and even though we didn't see a great deal, we heard shocking stories from fellow travellers. What we did see though were tourists kicking turtles and children picking up smaller sea life out of the water. And if you're going to the Philippines, please stay away from the whale shark watching in Oslo. Do your research or speak to the local dive masters.
And lastly, I'm sorry for this footage, but the meat trade. Most places you go, the killing of an animal is hidden, but not here. We saw many slaughterhouses very close to the main areas, and also on our last day in the Philippines, we saw this pig in a bag heading to the market. We saw a few others with the same fate on this very morning.
That bag.
Piggy!
That's so sad.
Thank you for watching this video, and we're sorry that it's a little bit depressing, but it is reality, and we really believe in showing you the reality of travel.
Maybe you can share this video with your friends and family so we can all become better, more conscious travellers.
There are sardines everywhere. There are hundreds of them.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, this is amazing.
Wow.
Two turtles come together, dancing together. They're not surrounded by loads of people. We can just watch them doing their own thing. So amazing.